have some strong winds around Stevenson, but we also now have a tornado warning in effect. This is east of the Scottsboro area. This is just around Hollywood. So if you are here in this red blinking box, now a tornado warning in effect. You want to seek shelter right now if you haven't already. It was a severe storm. Now we have a tornado warning. This storm is capable of producing a tornado. Right now, radar indicated. We've got our Storm Hunter 19 meteorologist Aaron Ayers. I believe he's out. Is he actually in the Scottsboro area right now? Please let me know if Aaron is actually in Scottsboro right now. Okay, so it looks like he's about right outside of Scottsboro right now. We'll take him in just a second. Ben, can you really quickly tell me how fast the storm's moving?
It's moving at 55 miles per hour.
Okay.
You know, basically every storm has been between 45 and 55 miles per hour this morning for sure. Okay,
let's go ahead and take a track here of this storm. So we'll draw it from the area that could be possibly producing some rotation. You said 55? All right, so
it looks like the rotation is very close to Section High School in Dutton, just north of where the Jax is, where the Food Land is. It's very close, just north of Dutton along Highway 40. Honestly, now it shifted on that We just got an update right in front of me, so the rotation's closer to Pisgah now.
Yeah, and I've got this here right now. So yeah, like you said, we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer, and then we'll draw another storm track. So if you are in this red box, that is a tornado warning that is currently in effect. This tornado warning is in effect until 10:30. You're seeking shelter right now. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible, as this storm could produce flying debris. If you have a bike helmet, go ahead and get that. And the reason we say that is because, again, flying debris, the #1 weather killer within a tornado situation. So here's another storm track within Pisgah here within the next couple of minutes. Flat Rock at 10:15, Eider at 10:19. A storm capable of producing a tornado that is moving through Jackson County right now, headed up to the northeast, will be eventually affecting those of you in the Eider area. You want to make sure you are seeking shelter right now. Do we have Aaron? If we have Aaron, let's go out to Storm Hunter 19 with meteorologist Aaron Ayers really quickly. He is in Scottsboro with a live look. Can he talk to us right now?
Hey there, Danielle. If you can hear me, we are just outside of Scottsboro on 72, heading east. So we are behind this storm, heading towards Scottsboro at this time. So that's the view you've got right now from Storm Hunter. A lot of heavy rain coming down. The wind has been picking up out here, and we are actually just now entering into Scottsboro at this minute. So we're right up behind this storm that's getting ready to push outside of Scottsboro. It's heading towards Pisgah, so if you are in Hollywood, Pisgah, Eider, take your tornado precautions now. We're going to stay on this storm. Danielle, I'm going to let you get back to radar so you can let people know where this rotation is on this storm and let them know where they need to be taking safety.
Thanks, Aaron. And yes, I've got it pulled up right now. So if we look at our velocity, you hear us say it often, red's moving away, green's moving toward. And anytime we get this signature, this is indicative of where we could possibly be seeing a tornado. So I've got it circled in white for you. And this is going to be headed directly into the Pisgah area. Georgetown, the same. So if you live in Georgetown, if you live in Pisgah, you're seeking shelter right now. We just got the latest scan, so I can go ahead and update you on this. But right in that area where we were tracking that little notch, this would be where we would have a potential tornado. So we just got the latest scan. So that's going to be right over the Georgetown area right now, and continuing to move to the northeast, more east than north, but eventually be moving through Pisgah and continuing in that direction. Ben, any new information for us?
Just worried about this circulation. It's very close to the Pisgah area, very close to Pisgah High School, right along Market Street. So if you know anyone at Pisgah High School, make sure they're in a safe spot right now. This storm is going right up Alabama Highway 71. So anybody in Pisgah over toward Flat Rock, the Eider area, from Highway 117 to Highway 75, you need to be in a safe spot right now. That is a decent amount of rotation here. That's just north of Dutton at this point. That one line there, you're going up Sand Mountain and then coming around the corner on Highway 40. I think it's north of Highway 40, but I would say anywhere from that four-way stop at Highway 40 and Highway 71 north, you need to be in a safe spot, especially around Pisgah High School and Market Street right there downtown, and also up here around Flat Rock and Eider, getting all the way over to the state line, almost as far east as the Rising Fawn area over in Georgia. But anybody in Pisgah, Ider, Flat Rock, you need to be in a safe spot right now. This is a severe thunderstorm warning capable of producing a tornado. And we've already seen so much damage, either tornado damage, straight line wind damage. We need to take this system extremely seriously as it tracks across Jackson County and extreme northern parts of DeKalb County, Danielle.
Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be, as you mentioned, Pisgah, but County Road 369. This is going to be right around the Georgetown area. So I've zoomed in a little closer, and you can see some of these streets now as we are street level. So you're in your safe spot, Georgetown. You're in your safe spot, Pisgah, right now, as this does eventually cross over the County Road 369 and eventually 432 within this area. So here's 432, and here's the other one, 369 here, County Road, and this would be the couplet. So right over Georgetown right now. And so this will continue to track this direction and eventually move right over Pisgah, and especially the northern sides of Pisgah. So make sure you're in your safe spot, interior most room of your home, away from windows, putting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you've got an above ground safe room, that's great. If you do happen to have a below ground, that's even better, or a basement. I know a lot of us, maybe not even basements in this part of the country, but certainly a great situation to be in if you have one. Now, let's take a look here at a storm track. I want to zoom out here one more time so we can take a closer look at this situation overall. So we have a severe thunderstorm that's moving through Jackson County, now a tornado warning for the county. In the red box, if you're in this red box, you're seeking shelter, and that's until 10:30 here this morning. So this storm is moving really quickly here to the north and east, but I've been seeing it take more of a east-northeasterly track here. Let's go ahead and track this one, and we'll do another storm. You know, I want to zoom in. Let's zoom in first, and then we'll take another track here. Again, Pisgah, you're in your safe spot right here. This would be the area of rotation. So Pisgah, you're in your safe spot right now, and then eventually Flat Rock and Ider. So just a heads up, Flat Rock and Ider, this is eventually coming into your area, and now we'll go ahead and do a storm track. So just wanted to take a look here at the leading edge of where this rotation would be before we track it. So as it tracks out that direction, Flat Rock at 10:18, Ider at 10:19. This is when the storm would be moving into your area. Frequent lightning, of course, torrential rainfall associated with this, and now a potential tornado. So this storm is something we've been watching. This entire line has been producing some very high winds, and I'm looking right now at the National Weather Service chat. A couple of different reports of trees down the County Road 264, and that's what I'm getting right now. So I haven't had anything yet in Scottsboro. That's good news, but if we do get any reports of damage in the Scottsboro area, we'll certainly let you know. This is a situation that's been developing because this part of the storm line has started to strengthen, and now we're seeing the, again, potential for a tornado. And if your city is listed here in this blue box, you're making sure that you are seeking shelter right now, and that does include those of you in the Flat Rock and Ider areas. Ben.
Yeah, we're most concerned about folks in the Pisgah area, closer to the high school there, and anybody at Ider High School, which is located on Highway 117. It's north of that Highway 75 intersection. They are also in the tornado warned area. So Highway 71, Ider, Pisgah, the Rosalie area, Flat Rock, there's another update. So at this point, it looks like that center circulation is just passing right over Pisgah right this very second. Again, you can see the reds are going away from the radar. The greens are going toward the radar. So what you're looking at here is circulation. To the green is away, the red is toward. So the circulation is certainly there, and we definitely need to watch that over the next little bit here because active tornado warning, and that system is moving quickly to the north and east. These storms have been racing all morning long at about 55 miles per hour. So again, the green is in this direction. The red isn't back in this direction. So again, you can see the rotation here right over Pisgah. Matter of fact, maybe just to the east of downtown Pisgah right now. But Highway 71, Ider, Flat Rock, Ider High School, Henniger, You need to be in a safe spot. Anybody along Alabama Highway 75, give them the heads up. 75 all the way up to the state line. Even up here around Higdon, if you're on Highway 73, if you're up here around North Sand Mountain High School, you also are in that tornado warned area. So we have at least 3 high schools. We have Flat Rock over here as well. You need to be in a safe spot. Let people know, give them a call, text them, let them know that they are in the possibility of seeing a tornado here in northeastern Jackson County, extreme northern parts of DeKalb County. That tornado warning continues, Danielle.
Thanks, Ben. We're going to take a look here at a couple of different things that are going on the radar. And while we do have the tornadic potential from this storm, we're also seeing some very strong winds over the Bridgeport area. We often talk about how, of course, we know a tornado situation can be deadly, but so can straight line winds. When you get winds that are 60, 70 plus miles per hour, those can certainly do damage too. So again, in the Bridgeport area, we do have some powerful winds going through there. Those are going to continue to lift off to the northeast. We're still in a severe thunderstorm warning in Bridgeport. But again, the tornado situation, if we do have one, is right over Pisgah right now, as Ben has been saying. And this is going to continue to lift up to the northeast through this part of Jackson County and the northern tip of DeKalb County. So we'll zoom in here one more time. We'll take another closer look here at some areas that are experiencing this severe thunderstorm. Pisgah right now, you're in your safe spot. If you are not already, you need to get there right now. Hopefully you are. We've been giving you that advance notice because the rotation would be over your area right now. Flat Rock and Ider, you're next. So make sure you're seeking shelter right now. If we take a look at our velocity product right now, we can see where some of the winds would be strong in intensity. And this is not even necessarily associated with the couplet. 56-mile-per-hour winds headed into Flat Rock right now. If we take a look at where the rotation would be, it would be right through this area. So it just moved out of the Pisgah region, just to the northeast of Pisgah. And this sample that I gave you right here is just an area of really strong winds too. So a couple of things we're watching within these warned storms today is going to be areas of rotation, but also areas of straight line winds that could be also impacting your area. So again, a heads up for Flat Rock. Very powerful winds headed your direction. Also monitoring this area of rotation right here that's just scooted over the Pisgah area. So we're watching those 2 areas. And then if you look up to the north, this is what I'm talking about. All that peach shaded color, those are very powerful winds, upwards of over 65 miles per hour that are currently moving over 72, the Bridgeport area here in northeastern Jackson County. Now we've continued to check in with the National Weather Service. There have been a couple of reports coming in. Looks like reports of heavy damage to Ingalls Harbor in Morgan County. That's on Highway 20. That's the area where we were showing you those overturned tractor trailers earlier. Also, we have reports of not only the severe weather that, of course, is going on, but there are winds that are up over 50 miles per hour in the Huntsville area, potentially from these storms moving through, and we get what we call these wake lows. So on the backside of some of these storms, powerful winds can erupt, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So if we ever have another live camera we can take, just get in my ear and let me know. Ben, anything new coming in with you on your end?
Yeah, you're just talking about the damage at Ingalls Harbor. We have some pictures from that. We can pull that up right now. And also the Lawrence County Hospital, some damage there. This is a significant storm. And quickly, and Pisgah, you're good now. The main rotation has moved east of you, but if you're in Rosalie, if you're in Flat Rock, if you're in Ider, if you're in the Cartersville part of DeKalb County, you need to be in a safe spot right now. Do we have that damage? Okay, here we go. This is from Ingalls Harbor, and we talked about this earlier. Danielle was just talking about this. This is along Highway 20 in Morgan County, and as you can see, some significant damage there. We have, looks like an overturned, is that a lighthouse? Looks like it. Yeah, an overturned light. That's a significant amount of wind to produce that type of damage there at Ingalls Harbor. And unfortunately, Danielle, we've had reports of this across the entire Tennessee Valley. There's another angle of it. I mean, winds have been gusting 60, 70 miles per hour throughout the morning.
That's right. So Rosalie, right now, County Road 134, you're in your safe spot because this is where the area of rotation is rolling over. You've been looking at images from Ingalls Harbor, storm damage in Morgan County. We can go back to the velocity product right now. Again, this is just north and east of the central area throughout Jackson County, and this is crossing right over County Road 134, and eventually it's going to be moving into Eider. So if you're listening to us right now, just make sure you are in your safe spot. Again, if you're in the Eider area, because this is headed your way, we can actually take a closer look at where the couplet would be. And if we do that, it's going to be right here. So this would be where the potential tornado would be. That's north of the Henniger area, east of Pisgah. So in this white circle, that's where the potential tornado would be. So this is what we're looking at, the little signature that we see on velocity, which is showing us the wind speed and direction. Wind moving away from the radar site, green moving toward the radar site, which is at high top. And that's going to show us where we have that rotation, that cyclonic flow. So this is going to continue to lift up toward the east-northeast and eventually be moving into Eider. So Eider, you're in your safe spot if you haven't gotten there already, okay? So make sure you're on the lowest level of your home away from windows. And the idea is because you're getting to a place where you're not as impacted by the strongest of winds. So you're getting to a low level and you're making sure that if you can, grab a hard hat, a bike helmet of some sort, protect yourself from flying debris. Also, in situations where we're tracking tornadoes, we say often, make sure you have closed-toed shoes on, because if there is damage, and we have had damage here today, you don't want to have to walk outside and deal with all the debris in the grass and in the road. So again, just a heads up, we always like for you to have closed-toed shoes on. Mattresses, pillows, blankets, anything that can protect your head. This circulation's now east of the Pisgah area, and it's going to be headed right toward the Eider area right now. Tornado warning in effect until 10:30. We have been seeing some incredible images of overturned tractor trailers, lighthouses toppled in Morgan County from storms today. So this is a serious situation, and I hope all of you are taking it seriously. Live Alert 19 weather app providing you live updates for these warnings today. Ben.
All right, I want to show you a quick live shot in Albertville this morning, and the rain is blinding. I'm watching the cars at Highway 431 and Highway 75. Watch that car in the right corner there. The water is ponding on the roadways. That's another issue. When it's raining this hard, you can't see. You can hydroplane, cause accidents, and we don't need folks out in Albertville, even though we do not have any active warnings in Marshall County. But I've got to go back to the system that's now approaching Eider and the Eider High School area. This is an active tornado warning. I got a friend of mine, her daughter is at Eider School, and they're holding them there, which is fantastic. They want to be inside, interior room, away from windows, out in the hallway, because this particular circulation is moving right into Eider. There's Highway 117 there where my arrow is. The high school is just north of Highway 75. You have Eider Foodland, which is just north of, it's on 75, north of Highway 117. Just to give you a couple of landmarks there, there's a look at Cartersville, up Highway 75, which is closer to the Georgia state line. You need to be in a safe spot here, bathroom, basement, closet. Pisgah, you are in good shape now. The center of circulation is now east of you. You can come out of your tornado safe spot. It looks like that center of circulation is now east of Rosalie as well. But right now, we're most concerned about the town of Eider, Eider High School, the Flat Rock area. Right now in Higdon, yes, you're in the box, but we're hopeful that the center of circulation will stay south of you. That does include North Sand Mountain High School, anybody along Highway 71, Highway 73. Just kind of hold on a little bit until that system moves into Trenton, Georgia. But right now in Eider, you can see the circulation here, as Danielle's been talking about the morning. The green is moving away from the radar. The red is toward the radar, and that's one reason why we have the circulation there. It's moving right toward Eider, right toward, there's another update there. So that center circulation, Danielle, it's moving right toward Ider High School, the Ider Food Land, some of the landmarks there in northern DeKalb County.
Yeah, and that circulation, as you said, right toward Ider. So we have another product that we can show you, which is what we call that rotation detector. It's going to show us where we have either weak, strong, or possible extreme rotation. So we are still getting that signature around Ider. So make sure you're still in your safe spot if you are in the Ider area. Now, Cartersville, you will be impacted by this thunderstorm. We're going to watch it carefully. Let me go ahead and put the velocity back on it here. We'll do the storm relative velocity. So the rotation right now is actually to your southwest, Cartersville, but just wanted to let you know that right around Ider is where we have that circulation. Let me redraw that for you. So this is going to be like, excuse me here, we'll redraw that area of circulation for you. So right where we're kind of seeing this notch right through here is where we would have the potential tornado. So this is going to be headed right into Ider. Ider, you're already in your safe spot. Cartersville, we're watching you, but the rotation is just back to your southwest. I've highlighted that there in that white circle. So we are seeking shelter because we have a potential tornado. Right now, I can tell you that I haven't had anything confirmed on the National Weather Service chat, but it's something we'll keep our eye on very closely and see if we can get some streets here to pop up street level. Ider for you, so here's Willow Road and here's looks like Dogwood Drive, just trying to give you some points of reference here for where the rotation will track over right through the city of Ider. We have meteorologist Aaron Ayers in Pisgah right now. Aaron, if we can talk to you and see what you're seeing, let us know what you're experiencing weather-wise, but also if you've noticed any reports of damage in that area because the circulation went right over Pisgah.
Right, we're getting close to Pisgah now. We are on 40 right now in Jackson County. We're trying, you may lose us just because we're going up the mountain right now, but we should get good cell coverage once we get up on top of the mountain. So, but right now we've got a lot of heavy rain coming down, a lot of lightning, and it's been really windy too as we've been driving around here in Jackson County. I know you said the winds have been picking up in Huntsville with what may be a wake low coming through the area. So definitely the winds picking up across the area. I've seen a lot of reports of damage just across our area today. So you need to take these storms very seriously. Danielle, I'm going to toss it back to you so you can continue letting people know where this storm is right now and where people need to be taking cover at this minute.
Thanks, Aaron. That's right over Ider right now. So Ider, you're still in your safe spot. As you just heard, thanks to meteorologist Aaron Ayers and Storm Hunter 19 for us today. He was approaching the Pisgah area. So this is where the rotation just moved through. We'll check back with him to see if there were any damage, that is caused by a potential tornado. Again, nothing confirmed from this, but certainly a situation where radar's been showing it right through here now. So this is going to be where the reds and the greens are really close together. Right over Ider is where we're going to have the potential for the tornado. And while the rotation is still showing up, it's not quite as definitive as it once was, meaning it might be broadening out a little bit, but this would be right here is where we would have it. So where the red and the green is coming very close together right through here. Again, this is right over Ider. This is tracking over Hickory Road, eventually over Old Blevins Mill, Gann Crossroad, and then again Cartersville. Just a heads up for you if you're watching us, because this is going to be tracking close to your area. And we're also in a severe thunderstorm warning in Cartersville. So got two different things going on. We've got the powerful winds that are associated with straight line wind potential, as well as the tornado potential too. And if we take a closer look here down in Marshall County, just for a quick moment, we do have storms, and let me turn the lightning back on for you. We do have storms that are going on here in Albertville, and I just want to do a quick update for you. I know we had some severe weather that was moving through Coleman County. You were in a warning in southwestern Marshall County. Right now, the storm's crossing over Albertville right now, continuing to move into DeKalb County, but nothing is severe in your area right now. But if things change, if we start to see rotation, we'll let you know. But for right now, Albertville, a lot of rain, a lot of lightning for you, most likely some gusty winds associated with this. And then Fort Payne, heads up, because yes, you do have quite a bit of weather. It's really nasty weather back to your west. It's eventually going to be coming your way in crossing right over I-59. Ben.
All right, we've got a report of some hail in Shiloh, which is close to Rainsville. We're also getting reports of several schools within the Decatur City School District are asking parents to pick their kids up due to power outages. So a list of those schools are Ben Davis Elementary School, the Center for Alternative Placement, also Banks Cadell Elementary School, and Woodmead Elementary School, Leon Sheffield Magnet Elementary School. Those are a few of the schools listed asking parents to pick their kids up because of some of the power outages out there. But right now, we're still concerned about northern DeKalb County, parts of eastern Jackson County, active tornado warning still in effect. Now, folks in Pisgah, your severe weather threat is over with, but it's raining like crazy in Pisgah still. You saw those photos or those videos coming in from Aaron Ayers there on Highway 40 heading up the mountain. But in Ider, there's still some rotation there. You know, maybe not quite as impressive as it was. Maybe it's elongated. Maybe it's weakened a little bit. But either way, if you're in Ider, if you're in Flat Rock, if you're along Highway 117, if you're along Highway 75 up near Cartersville, just hang out just a little bit longer. Tornado warning for just another 3 more minutes. And, you know, hopefully this will be allowed to expire, and then we can go ahead and just move on with some heavy rainfall and some strong gusty winds. But speaking of heavy rain, that is some heavy rainfall up here at North Sand Mountain High School in Higdon. It's very heavy rainfall along Highway 73 as you head down the mountain, getting down closer to South Pittsburgh. Heavy rainfall along 75 through Henniger, Sylvania, Rainsville, Section, Alabama Highway 35, past the college there. Heavy rainfall all the way down to Albertville. Significant rain. We are done with the rain for the severe weather threat in Huntsville to the west. We are in good shape, but that tornado warning is still in effect for just a few more minutes. You see anything, Danielle, if they're going to extend this at all, especially considering it's still in parts of a northern DeKalb?
I haven't seen anything on the National Weather Service chat, just except for it looks like police department thinks that maybe they saw a funnel cloud around Henniger. It went back up, so it came down, went back up. That's what they were seeing. That was reported from about 5 minutes ago. So we'll still track this tornado warning as it moves through northern DeKalb County now. Again, that's until 10:30. So Fort Payne, you are not included in a tornado warning. It's the northern tip of DeKalb County that's in this tornado warning right now. And I wanted to share with you just the broader picture to let you know what we're looking at and what we're analyzing right now. So you can see we've got numerous storms. This is the thing that was going to happen today. We were going to get storms. They were going to merge into a line. They were going to get increasingly stronger as they approached I-65 today and points to the east. We've been telling you that for a couple of days now. And so this is what's playing out. So from Albertville to western DeKalb County, northern tip of DeKalb County, a lot of heavy rain and frequent lightning associated with this line as it continues to press toward the east. Now let's zoom in here on northern DeKalb County because this is where we're still tracking, excuse me, the potential for a tornado. So Cartersville, you can see there's a lot of rain and there's also a potential for a little bit of hail that's showing up in the pink. But let's turn our velocity product back on it, and this is going to show you where we would have the potential tornadoes. So we're right between Ider and Cartersville. So Cartersville, you're already in your safe spot. And if you haven't gotten there, get there now. Potential tornado from Ider to Cartersville. Again, nothing confirmed, but this is where the rotation is. I will say it's not quite as impressive. The couplet is not as strong as it once was, but it's certainly a situation where we're watching, and this is eventually going to be crossing into Georgia. Eventually, this is going to be going right into Georgia. So we'll stay with it just a little while longer here. It's 10:29, and it would be set to expire right now. We'll see what happens. But right now, it looks like the tornado warning was set to expire at 10:30. They might be seeing what we're seeing and that the rotation's coming down a little bit, so they might not be extending it. Also, we're kind of playing between two offices now with the National Weather Service. So it looks like, yes, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the northwestern side of Georgia. So, you know, we're talking now this eventually going into Lookout Mountain. But this is just a nasty line of storms, and we're happy to say that the tornado threat has gone away here in the northern section of DeKalb County. Now it looks like that warning has been allowed to expire at 10:30. Now we continue to track reports of damage across the area. I've got one of our photographers out. He is tracking the damage where those 18-wheelers were on Highway 20. That was in Morgan County and Ingalls Harbor. We were sharing those pictures, and at any point in the booth, if we can get those back up, I've also asked if we can get Shane out to that area if he's close enough. But it sounds like that is the area where we have had the most extreme damage so far today, but would love to take some live images from that location if possible. Just let me know. But Albertville into western and northern DeKalb County, that's where we have torrential rainfall, frequent clouds of ground lightning right now. This is going to continue to move off to the east. Nothing severe in our area anymore. For the first time in a while, we can say that. No longer any severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings for the Tennessee Valley, but these are still some strong storms moving through Albertville and Fort Payne, so just a heads up as these track to the east for us today. Also still some showers in Morgan County, down into northwestern Coleman County, and we'll keep our eye on everything for you here and let you know the latest as it develops. Ben, for right now, I'm going to toss it over to you. I'm going to check one thing out here.
Okay, let's check out Albertville. We could take this full in the back. I mean, heavy rainfall. I mean, if you draw a line on Highway 75 from Albertville all the way up to the Georgia state line, this is what you're probably going to see. Blinding rainfall. Look how strong the winds are. The camera is shaking there. Typically, we can see all the way up Highway 431, but not right now because the wind is so strong. I got a few more photos here from Facebook from my buddy Josh Horton from the Valero on Highway 24 and Woodall Road in Decatur. It's just the whole top of the gas station is on the ground. So Decatur, Moulton, through parts of Madison County, just the unbelievable amount of wind energy with this particular system, either tornadic damage or straight line wind damage. And these storms have had so much forward momentum. I mean, think about these storms individually moving 45, 50, 55 miles per hour. We've driven that fast in a car. Imagine something even larger going that fast, that much forward momentum. That's why trees are coming down. That's why power lines and power poles are coming down. That's why we're getting 18-wheelers that are getting overturned today. That's the strength of some of these storms. And even some of these severe thunderstorms have produced some significant damage. Let's go back full again in Albertville. Just in the last 30 seconds, look how quickly things have changed just in the last 30 seconds. You went from heavy rainfall, now things have waned somewhat, and I'll show you what the radar looks like. And as we zoom on in there, of course, Albertville, there's our cameras at Highway 431 and Highway 75. You can see how the heavy rainfall continues, but on the back side of it in Arab and Union Grove, the rain has stopped. So quickly, things are improving from west to east. Of course, so much damage, so much to assess here. We'll continue to check out Pisgah and Ider. Hopefully that system moved on by without any problem, but no active warnings in our viewing audience. Just some very heavy rainfall from Cartersville down to Ider, all the way through Henniger and Rainsville, Sylvania. Heavy rainfall there at the red light at Rainsville and Highway 75. We had some reports of some hail around Shiloh, Fife, Geraldine, all the way through Painter, Hustleville, and Albertville. That's Highway 75 right now that just has some extremely heavy rainfall. Ponding of water on the roadways is still a possibility here, even though we don't have any active warnings. Crossville, Collinsville, still some heavy rainfall, Danielle.
That's right. And Ben, I am taking a wider picture of Alabama right now. Look at what's going on down to the south, too. So if you have any family and friends that live here around the Tuscaloosa, Birmingham metro area, they are dealing with similar situations that we have in the past, and that there are ongoing tornado threats, and the purple box means confirmed tornado. So certainly some stuff going on down there. Just wanted to point that out while we don't have any active warnings in the Tennessee Valley. So it looks like the tornado watch has been canceled. We're just getting this information in for Colbert, Franklin, Lauderdale, Lawrence, and Limestone counties. We do still have a tornado watch in effect, meaning conditions are favorable until 1 p.m. for Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, Morgan, Franklin, Lincoln, and Moore. Franklin, Lincoln, Moore up in Tennessee. So we still have a tornado watch in effect. The thinking is that there might be a couple of cells that might try to develop right through this area. We'll watch what happens. So this is the leading edge of what we're tracking, but I think the thought is we'll have to kind of just check out that to make sure that nothing else starts to rotate today, because the environment's just been favorable here since late last night into early this morning. The ingredients were just coming increasingly more favorable for tornadic activity. So and there's actually even some storms that are still going on out to the west. So we still have the threat of storms today, but the most potent is moving through northeastern Alabama right now. We'll keep our eye on this right through here that's crossing 65 to our south. And then, of course, friends and family down here around Tuscaloosa, just a heads up, there's a confirmed tornado warning in that area.
It's south of the university.
South of the university. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ben, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we have a lot of family, a lot of kids that have folks down at the University of Alabama in school, just so you know that circulation is way south of the University of Alabama. It's out in the rural parts of the county, east and south of 2059. So if you're wondering at home, is this going to impact the campus at the University of Alabama? No, it is not. So don't worry about that. And of course, we'll continue to monitor that situation down to the south. But right now, no active warnings for us, just some extremely heavy rainfall, especially in DeKalb County right now along Highway 75. By far, we could have some flash flooding going on at this particular time along Highway 75. If you're in Fort Payne, especially downtown Fort Payne, the Wills Valley area, anybody along I-59, remember they're doing some construction south of Fort Payne on 59. There's only one lane that's going north and southbound on 59 all the way down almost to I believe it goes almost to Collinsville. And when you're battling the rain, you're battling the construction, you definitely want to use some extra caution. You know, anybody who's about to get on the road or thinking about getting on the road here in DeKalb County, battling the heavy rainfall. But heavy rainfall around Albertville, Boaz, anybody down towards Sardis City, down here in northern Etowah County, some heavy rainfall. Still some rain on the backside here, closer to Lacey Spring and Morgan City, Calebut Springs, heading down toward Lacon and Falkville. I mean, non-severe thunderstorms. We can put this into motion real quick and kind of show you the last hour on how this line has just progressed eastward. And thankfully, no active warnings currently in effect, just some heavy rainfall for DeKalb County. Now, there's still an outside chance we could get some residual moisture this afternoon, but it'll be most likely be non-severe thunderstorms coming up later on today. No active warnings. But again, northern DeKalb County, closer to Ider, closer to Henniger. There's Highway 40 over toward Valley Head and Mentone and Hammondville. Anybody up on Lookout Mountain, some heavy rainfall. There's look at Sylvania, Rainsville, Fife, down toward Dogtown, and Carsville, Collinsville, Alabama Highway 68, Alabama Highway 168 that runs out of Boaz. Heavy rainfall. I mean, this could cause some ponding of water on the roadways. It could cause hydroplaning. No flash flood warning, but a quick pond water on the road could cause some significant issues out here, especially around lunchtime. Folks are still out. It's a weekday. It's a work day. People may be on the roads. We definitely need to watch DeKalb County here, even though there's no active warning. But heavy rainfall could still be a problem. But again, no active warnings as we zoom on out. The shoals looks good. Not much going on out there. And we're just hopeful once this line moves on through, we may have some moisture on the backside. But as far as a severe weather threat, probably not going to have to worry about that. We just get ready for some colder air as we head into tomorrow. But right now, just some heavy rainfall in DeKalb County, some leftover rainfall in Bridgeport, Stevenson, Scottsboro, and that's about it. Danielle, do you have anything else?
Just that heavy rainfall, as you mentioned, and that frequent lightning that's moving through Fort Payne and DeKalb County right now. Etowah County, you do have some storms that are in your western sides of the county. Those are going to be eventually crossing I-59 and then approaching and headed into the Gadsden area before too long. Just good news, though, that no active warnings right now, and we've had some reports of damage that were moving through Morgan County earlier, with the storms moving through Morgan County earlier. I apologize. I'm trying to do two things at once right now. Ben, we're going to stay with this through Fort Payne and in eastern DeKalb County while there aren't any warnings currently, but we'll just make sure folks are covered in that area before we actually sign off. So that's what I was trying to inform you about here, just trying to do two things at once. But Fort Payne, we're going to go ahead and stay with this just for a little bit longer, and just to make sure that we're not seeing anything developing, because we know today we've had storms that have been cycling. So we've had storms that have been capable of producing tornadoes. The rotation weakens, and then the rotation becomes a little stronger, and that's what we're seeing here this afternoon, this morning. Actually, it's still 10:40 in the morning. I apologize, but we'll stay with this. If you're in DeKalb County and Fort Payne and you're just curious as to what's happening, just a little bit longer, because I know that you might be curious, is there going to be a tornado that hits my area? So Ben, just a heads up there for you too, that we're going to go with this for just a little bit longer. All right, so we'll take another look at the radar in its entirety to let you know where we're still looking at areas of concern and where we're not really worried anymore. So the Shoals, you're in the clear for the rest of the day. If you're in Colbert or Franklin counties, you're also in the clear for the rest of the day. Moulton, looking good for you. Decatur, it's also looking good for you. We still have a tornado watch in effect for Madison County. Still have the watch in effect for Marshall County. That's until 1 p.m. That means conditions are favorable for a tornado to develop. We're watching this right here through Falkville and all the way up into southern and central Madison County. So we'll see what happens here. But the most severe, or the strongest part of the storm, is pushing through Fort Payne. It's crossing right over Interstate 59 right now in DeKalb County, and this is what we'll continue to watch. Gadsden, if you get us there, or a couple of you watching us there, we've got storms on the western side of the county that we'll continue to watch for you. If you're in Albertville, the strongest is to your east right now, where you're seeing that red and all of that clouds around lightning. So that's also something that's impacting your area. It's straddling the county line here, at least the counties between Marshall, Etowah, and DeKalb County. So we've got some strong storms moving through that area. The good news is, though, is we haven't had any areas of rotation that we've seen here lately. Certainly some powerful winds associated with some of these storms, and we can turn the lightning off so we can get a better idea of the wind within some of these storms. And so just kind of looking along the leading edge of some of this activity, let's, so we've been talking a lot about DeKalb County. Let's zoom in here. Let's take reflectivity, see if we can co-locate some stuff. So east of Boaz, there's a broad rotation area. It's gonna be right here that I'm seeing. We'll keep our eye on that one really closely. We'll put our velocity product back on it. So Ben, right through here, maybe a little bit, maybe right through here too. So there's just a couple of little areas along the leading edge of this line of storms. Very broad rotation, nothing tight just yet, but something we'll keep our eye on as this continues to move through northern Etowah County and then southern DeKalb County right through here too. But nothing severe yet. Nothing severe, but we have seen in the past these storms have had a history of producing damage and also the potential tornado. Of course, we won't get the official until we hear from the survey from the National Weather Service, because anytime there's damage, they're going to be sent out. They're going to survey the damage. They'll let us know of a tornado or if it was straight line winds. But just by looking at some of the damage we've been seeing and just looking at some of the winds on the velocity and the couplets we've been seeing, wouldn't surprise me if some of this damage was induced by a tornado. So we'll keep you posted. Certainly know that straight line winds can also produce just as much damage, and we'll let you know what everything is, what's confirmed from them as we get new information. Okay, so a lot of these storms, the strongest parts are impacting Georgia right now. That's where they have the severe thunderstorm warnings. Ben, any live cameras or any other new information that we can talk about with the viewers at home?
Oh, well, I mean, Albertville was pretty dicey there a little while ago. Now it's definitely calmed on down. We got another report of some power lines down from Marshall Space Flight Center, building 4202 at Marshall and Morris Road. We have some power lines down. And I mean, folks, just hang out today. I know maybe the rain is over with in Huntsville for the most part and out to the west, but you don't know what type of damage is out there with power lines down and trees down. I mean, it's just been a very active morning. I mean, this started at about 7 o'clock this morning. We're not even 4 hours in, and look at all the damage, how quickly these storms have moved through. They've moved from the shoals to Lookout Mountain in 4 hours. I mean, that's extremely fast. And to give you a recap of what's happened already, we've had multiple reports of damage. We've had 18 wheelers turned over. This is Highway 20 in Decatur. 4 18 wheelers overturned early this morning. Always never be in a vehicle during a tornado warning, but unfortunately for these drivers, there's 2 back-to-back, and we know how active Highway 20 is and how active Wilson Street is, especially during a weekday in the morning. Lots of commerce out there. Unfortunately, these drivers were impacted by these severe thunderstorms and also these tornado warnings. Let's hope these drivers are A-okay, but this can happen when you have a high-profile vehicle or any vehicle during a tornado warning and these strong gusty winds. Also, Ingalls Harbor in Decatur, multiple reports of wind damage down there.